Alright, and we're back. This is part 3 of the Iron Man lesson. Last video we learned the bridge, we learned so now moving along, I said the solo, you can either improvise or I'll teach you what I do for the song, which is that. Now, it's really simple. What I'm doing is just taking the 7th fret, hitting that twice, and then moving into the 9th fret, except I'm just palm muting, So you're just gonna rest the palm of your hand on the edge of the strings, or I mean on the strings. Just rest it so that instead of getting the, you're gonna get this. So it sounds better on distortion if you do palm muting. It sounds fine on the Sabbath setting. So yeah. And then you can hit it open if you don't know how to palm mute. It still sounds fine. I just do the palm muting. So, and then what you're gonna do is go to the 5th string, 7th fret, and then go back down to the 6th string, 9th fret. And then you're going to do that twice, or three times, sorry. No, twice, yeah. So, big recap, that's 6th string, 7th fret twice, then moving up to the palm muting on the 9th fret, and then 5th string, 7th fret, and then 6th string, 9th fret. So. And then you're going to do that twice. And then you can do that, as many times as you like, really. I do it like 2 to 4 times. So right after that, that's when you move back into the bridge. Then you're going to go back to the rhythm. Move into this. Down there, so and that's when it goes back into the bend at the nut that we learned in the intro. It goes, you're gonna do that, it goes. That's when it moves into the. So this is not on the tab that I provided. So you're gonna have to pay attention and learn this part. Also, there's a solo during right after the. I don't know that one either. Sorry. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna take the 5th string, 7th fret. So move down to the 5th fret on the 5th string. You're gonna pull it off though. You don't want to go. That just sounds horrible. So pull off, and then hit it again, and then hit the 9th fret. So. And then do it again, and then hit the 5th string, and then hammer on the 7th. So 9, pull off on the 7, or 5. Jesus, 7th fret, pull off on the 5th, and then hit it, and then do the 5th, hammer onto the 7th, and then pull it off and hit the 5th. And then do again. And then you're going to move the 4th fret, 4th string, 4th fret, and go to the 5th. Hit that, do that twice, and then you're gonna hammer it on. Hammer on to pull off. So 4th, hammer on to the 5th, pull off on it, back onto the 4th. And then you're gonna take the 4th fret, so you're just gonna kind of roll it off your finger. Kind of like you're hammering on, except you're pulling it off, so. Or you can just hit it if that's too hard. So that's that would be the end of the song, really. You just go and then you hit the 7-5-7, 7-5-7, and then you're done with the song. So again, the ending part, that'd be now. The one thing I want to stress is look at, if you know how to play tabs, which if you don't, learn, because that's where you're going to learn pretty much every single song for the most part, unless you know how to play notes. Look at some Black Sabbath songs, learn the power chords. There's pretty much, Tony Iommi, the guitarist for Black Sabbath, he uses tons of power chords using just pretty much the 5th, 6th, 5th, and 4th. So he just uses, you know, lots of power chords. I'm not going to go through all the chords, but just look at some tabs, learn, you know. Just like, he uses this stuff a lot in most of his songs for like the rhythms. I'll just go over a couple of, like Sweet Leaf. What else? NIB. Let's see what else here we got. Sorry, I don't really think that was a song there. I had something going in my mind for that, but never mind. Also, War Pigs. Well, yeah, War Pigs. Paranoid to a certain extent, so. Now this part is not within the power chords, but it's a. Sorry. And then it does move into the power chords there, though. So if you can learn all the power chords within here, which it shouldn't take very much time, you can pretty much start playing a pretty good amount of Black Sabbath songs. Now, of course, there's there's like certain riffs and stuff which are nowhere near close to the power chords, but you know, you can at least play part of the songs, and you know, if you can play part of a song, then you know, people are going to listen for the most part. So I hope you have enjoyed this lesson. Now, if you have learned something off of this and you can play Iron Man after this, please send me a video. It's just, I don't want to sound cheesy here, it'll pretty much make me proud to know that I taught somebody the song. That sounds pretty bad, but it's true. I might have made some mistakes in either playing or what I've said, and I apologize for that. If you have any questions, you can message me. Leave it in a comment if you'd like. I'd prefer if you message me, though, because I have more room to write you back. But yeah, if you have any questions or requests or anything, please let me know. I'll answer back as soon as I can. So I hope you enjoyed it. That is the end of the Iron Man lesson for Black Sabbath.